football. Super Bowl 58. Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Chicago Bears.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears.
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The 48-yard line.
On second down, Burrow, slant pass to Bull. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Third down and 4.
Again, it's Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and they will score. Pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately, I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all, and what a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Fights free yet again. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe. Loses the football. You hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Bears.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. And his kick is good. And they are on the still trailing. It's 7-3.
7. Bengals 3.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
2nd and 4.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They'll be able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Williams Johnson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. The second one that ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Officially, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Montgomery. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 35. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The man is Komet, the tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quickly into the hands of Robinson. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run forward Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get,
and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and for a Cincinnati score. O.J. Howard, 72 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points.
The kicker on.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch in the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays, he took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat bag.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I got a zinger or two. I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Their own 23-yard line.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete right side to Kmet. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the
guy's man. It's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cole Kmet, 28 yards, and the Bears will extend their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Eddie Jackson brought it.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2-yard line.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And takes it. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From midfield now, Burrow over the middle, complete to Tate. And way in for a Cincinnati score. On and Tate, 50 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 31-yard line.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring him back within a point.
Bears 21.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So it's halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
They have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half, just being torn in shreds or being erased.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
That keeps the score.
Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described,
the ball comes loose, and the Bengals grab it. That's some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
A gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target.
Complete to Auden Tate. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Burrow on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
2nd and 5. Going down now, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
The 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sam Hubbard,
4 yards.
his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, they run with Mason. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And 9 at the 16-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And so we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
30-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead down to just 2.
Bengals 26, Bears 24.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's caught by Howard.
Burrow's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught out left side by Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run Montgomery, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
We're a Chicago Bears.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Throw to the middle, taken in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard.
They'll set up to throw. His throw caught about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. And correct me if if I'm wrong. That was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Now this one over the middle and into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On third down, Burrow. Inside Tate. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
At the 37-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. And if they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Second and 6. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6.
For the extra point.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8. To the air again, Burrow. Gonna throw right side here, complete. Burrow. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And Burrow gonna throw again. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to.
The kicker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason. And what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
game.